Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Also as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well to this very day. That is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And also as well, Shalom to the whole elect. That's how I continually labor in his work. And also do labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. All right, and the topic of this video is going to be centered around the subject of Molech, and also, by the way, this is for the the serious-minded brothers, the ones that's inquiring of the wisdom of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son, in which the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. All right, and also likewise the name of his son in ancient Hebrew, his name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, and like I said, this is a wisdom that is given by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to be able to go into these things and to reveal, certain things that are taking place on the planet Earth, especially here in America, which is known in the Bible as Babylon the Great. Okay, now I got this article here, showing some information regarding Molech, and it's gonna show you, the history of what's going on, and and this also reveals, that the worship of Molech is taking place to this very day, and is in the form of these institutions that are set up. Certain institutions, some of them secret. You have these certain conglomerates that come together, and worship these different false gods, for the sake of them succeeding in their enterprise. Okay, and I'm talking about the other bankers. All right. So, and also as well, other institutions that include the sacrifice of children, and a form of that today is you have an industry called Planned Parenthood, and you'll see the parallels between the worship of Molech, all right, and also as well the process of abortions. Okay, basically taking the child, in which it is indeed a child, okay, which I'm not going to get into that argument, because it's a fruitless argument, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It is what it is, man. All right, no matter how much they try to argue that the facts, in which they are facts, all right, still at the end of the day, again, that's what it is, man. All right, no matter what these people say. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop into this information that I have here. So this is an article that I was able to pull up. This is the true history of Molech, the ancient god of child sacrifice. Okay, now you also have other places in the world that have forms of worship, forms of the worship of Molech. Okay, and case in point, the Bohemian Grove. All right, now if you know anything about the Bohemian Grove, basically they are known for sacrificing children, and they do this just to receive power from the left hand side. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit a little bit of this article here. Let's see. So I'm gonna start from I'm gonna go down a little bit. So it says, who is Molech? Okay, and this is a image of Molech during the time of the Canaanites. All right, because that's where it stemmed from. Okay, it's a Hamitic deity. Okay, in which Cain, comes out of the line of Ham. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this. It says the religion of the Canaanites was a hodgepodge of ancient Semitic faiths. All right. Now, again, mind you, the Canaanites come from Ham. All right, because you have three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, in which So when you go into the word Semitic or Semite, basically that goes back to Shem. Okay, and we, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, come out of the land of, come out of the head or the line of Shem. All right, and also you got Edomites, the so-called white man. He comes out of Shem. Okay, the Moabites. All right, the Ammonites. We all come out of Shem. All right. Which that's another topic for another video, because you got people that argue that you got some people that say that they're anti-Semitic, which they don't really understand the meaning behind it. But again, going back to this article, it says it was a hodgepodge of faith, right? It says practiced by the people of the Levant region, all right, from at least the early Bronze Age. The cult of Molech was still active until the first few centuries of the Common Era, all right, and they used the word Common Era, okay, in which that goes to show you that even today you still have this worship being upheld, okay, and it's done secretly, like I said, with the practice of the Bohemian Grove, and also as well the practices that are being done here in America, openly. Okay. Now, it says here Molech's name derives from the Hebrew word, it should be Molech, which usually stands for Molech, which again is the Hebrew word is Molech, and you already know that the word Molech means king. Okay. So as this is vocalized, as it's vocalized as Molech in the Masoretic text, the authoritative text for Rabbinic Judaism, the pronunciation has become his traditional name. All right, and that's why, again, you got the name Molech. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip down just a little bit. All right, so reading on, you get this little part right here. It says, in the Bible, children were sacrificed in a Tophet, a shrine reserved for child sacrifice, outside of Jerusalem, to Molech's satisfaction. Okay, while certainly well documented in religious texts, the historical and archaeological communities still debate Molech's identity and just how active his cult was. All right, now, and they argue about that, right? Or they debate about it because they don't know that during that time, our people were during that time you had the Canaanites that were in that land, and we were about to go and drive the Canaanites out. All right, and the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shemel Shai, specifically told us, not to get into the customs of the heathen when we drive them out. All right, and not to join yourselves unto them. That's why the Lord was jacking Israel up, because you had certain Israelites that were taking certain of the heathen's possessions, all right, that were given or set up for their own gods, right? And due to that, they became unclean, and that's why the Lord had to destroy certain of the Israelites because of that. All right, because the Lord commanded us not to get into their customs and not to take anything of their possessions. I believe it was one account that happened. All right, that somebody secretly took I'm trying to remember, it was either a calf or livestock and certain possessions. All right, and it was found out that they did that, and they were put to death. All right, and actually, there's a few scriptures in Leviticus, I'll get it here in a minute, that shows you that the Lord knew that once we drive them out, this was gonna potentially be a thing, and that's why the Lord commanded us not to go after their gods. All right. So this is a depiction of basically child sacrifices. All right. And you see the statue with the fire at the end, and that's what they do. And the scriptures say that our people made the children to pass through the fire, and this is what it is. All right. In other words, to be sacrificed in fire. All right, in the name of Molech. Okay. So continuing on. Let's see. So we go down just a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We go right here. So it says some researchers even argue that these cults didn't sacrifice children at all, and that passing through the fire is a poetic term. And this is the monkey wrench they try to throw in, just to confuse the people. Saying that because it says that making the children pass through the fire is poetic. No, it was literal. Okay, because again, you had Israelites that were into this. They were sacrificing their children to Molech through fire. Okay. And they were putting their children, all right, they're sacrificing their children in the fire of Molech. Okay? So therefore, that's why, again, Israel, or one of the major reasons why Israel got jacked up, man. Or the reason why they were punished and were judged by Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay? Now, this is a part that I want to get right here concerning the Lord, command us not to do these things, all right? So here's a few scriptures, right? They got Leviticus 18, Leviticus 20. I'm going to read a few of them. So this is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 21. All right? Slack you. Yeah, Leviticus chapter 18, verse 21. It says, "And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Lord." All right, you see that? And again, the Lord made sure to make this known amongst the nation of Israel. Okay? And now that you see what happened during that time, okay, when Israel were doing these things, guess what? They got judged, man. Okay? And another reason why this even happened, all right, was to fulfill the purpose of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay? And that purpose is to see, ultimately, that purpose is to see the end of the wicked, all right, the end of Esau Edom, which is the wicked, all right. So this is Leviticus 20 and 2, all right. It says, "Again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death." All right, see, and he that hath given his seed unto Molech to defile my sanctuary and to profane my holy name. All right. And if the people of the land do any ways hide their eyes from the man, when he giveth the seed unto Molech and kill him not, I will set my face against that man and against his family, and will cut him off, and all that go a whoring after him, to commit whoredom with Molech from among their people. And that's why, whenever you had the wicked amongst our people, all right, they were taken from the city, all right, out of the city. All right, and they were put to death. All right, and that was the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai putting evil out of Israel. All right, because through that influence, okay, our people will also follow into that as well. All right, because our people are impressionable. They're more than likely to get into anything when it looks good. Okay, and that reigns true to this very day. That's why our people are influenced, here in 2022 to do certain things, all right? Because you got certain Israelites that are performing wicked acts and receiving benefits. So therefore, the rest of our people, all right, that are part of the 2/3 number, all right, follow right into it, okay? Yeah, so I believe that's it all in this article, but you can read the rest. It's a lot of information. Some of it, is you have to pick out the bones, of course. But it's a good read, okay? Going to the history, but I just wanted to bring out a little bit of information out of this article. And I want to go ahead and hop into the precepts I have here. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 32. And let's unpack this a little bit. Because it goes into the time of when our people, were going to the valley of Hinnom. Actually, I believe this is it right here. Yep, Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 35. All right. And Salakia, bear with me for a second. It's Salakia. Okay, yeah, so this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 32, and this is at verse 35, right? It says, and they built the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, and caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I command them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination, to cause Judah to sin. All right, see that? So, and that's why I read earlier in the book of Leviticus that, our Lord commanded us not to do these things. And now, since they have done these things, right, they build the high places of Baal, okay? And, Baal, actually, let me go ahead and grab that word Baal. It's like it. All right, so I'm gonna grab the word Baal here. All right, so when you look at the word Baal, all right, or Baal, okay, Baal, and they got here, it says Lord, or supreme male divinity of the Phoenicians or Canaanites, okay? So these were the gods that were worshipped by the Canaanites. And again, like I said, our people were getting into these things, the worship of the gods of the Canaanites, okay, and making these sacrifices, in which, Baal is one of them, okay? And, it's no coincidence today that you have certain temples of Baal that are set up, okay? Yeah, so you got certain temples of Baal that are set up to this very day, all right? Yeah, so let me grab this here. Yeah, that's it on that. Yeah, so I'll read again. It says, and they built the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I command them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination, to cause Judah to sin. Okay? So, again, like I said, and also as well, the valley of the son of Hinnom, that also, just to throw a little fact in with this video on this topic, concerning the valley of Hinnom. The valley of Hinnom was used for burning trash, okay? And they would travel, or they would go to this valley, all right? And they would sacrifice their children there. So by them even doing that, okay, that's them regarding their children of being not, okay? And when you look at it today, there's no coincidence that they look at their children or their seed as something that is disregarded or as being something that compared to trash, and that's how they view it, man. That's how they really view it. All right, they look at the children as being trash, man, as being, abominations. And that's why they do these things, okay? And that's why the Lord is going to heavily judge these people for that, okay? They let me just continue, man, because I'm starting to get angry. Yeah, so that's it on that. Yeah, so I'm going to grab this next one. So it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16. And we'll start at verse 11. It says, then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, you walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart. that they may not hearken unto me. Okay, and that reigns true to this very day. You know, that's a fact. Okay, because our people are doing way worse than their forefathers, man. Okay, you know, they have excelled in wickedness. They have excelled in iniquities. Okay, and really, you know, if you can receive it, they are their fathers coming back. All right, because you have a term, regeneration, right, which really is reincarnation. Okay, but you have the regeneration of the men that were there during the ancient world, and they're back today. Okay, that goes for the righteous and that goes for the wicked. Okay, because pursuant to Revelations, the first chapter, everybody has to return back in the flesh to witness the return of Yahweh Shai, who these people in call Jesus. All right. So that's it on that. Grab this last precept. I'm gonna close it out. So it's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, and verse 30. It says, "Wherefore say unto the house of Israel, Thus saith the Lord power, Are ye polluted after the manner of your fathers, and commit ye whoredom after their abominations? For when ye offer your gifts, when ye make your sons to pass through the fire," all right, again, making their sons to pass through the fire, all right, which is sacrificing their children to Molech, all right, you know, sacrificing their children to these Canaanite gods, all right, ye pollute yourselves with all your idols, even unto this day, all right, even unto this day, and again, that is the same thing that's happening today, okay, by sacrificing the children by way of Planned Parenthood, you know, these abortions, okay. It says, "Ye pollute yourselves with all your idols, even to this day, and shall I be inquired of by you, O house of Israel? As I live, saith the Lord power, I will not be inquired of by you. And that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all, that ye say, We will be as the heathen, as the families of the countries, to serve wood and stone." And that's why, you know, that's why our people now are breaking their necks trying to be equal to the heathen, all right? In which the main heathen that they're trying to emulate is Edom, all right, the nation of Edom, okay, who has the dominion of the planet Earth today, okay? Verse 33 says, "As I live, saith the Lord power, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you." Okay? So at the end of the day, you know, the Lord is going to drive out the wicked, all right, and destroy them, okay? And that includes 2/3 of our people, okay? He's going to destroy 2/3 of our people and the wicked, which are the Edomites and the heathen, okay? And he's going to rule over us once again, all right? But he's going to rule with vigor, okay? Because in that time when the Lord returns, okay, that's when the laws are going to be established, all right? And that's the laws of the Bible, okay? And that's when it's going to be established, and it's going to be upheld to a T, all right? It's going to be a strict, rigorous rule, okay? And rightfully so, because if not, then guess what? You'll have this result happen once again, okay? With a place, you know, such as America being erected once again, you know. But according to prophecy, that's not going to happen, all right? Because after this rulership in this kingdom, you know, the kingdom to come, which is the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, the kingdom of heaven, is going to be a continual rule, all right, with no end, all right? So with that, I'm going to close on that note. You know, Lord's will, like always, this was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. And like I said, you know, you can go look up the article. You can read it. Because there are many articles on Molech, but you know, that's one that I picked out. You know, of course, you can read it for yourself. You know, get some information out of it. You know, Lord's will was edifying, and that it's fed you to the full. And with that, I'm gonna close it out. So once again, I want to give all praise on that glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Shai, Ba'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone and rule to this day. Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Continue in laboring this work, and labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. And with that, blessing shalom.